Is it better to have the highest level of elite status in one travel loyalty program, or is it better to have low levels of elite status across many loyalty programs? The answer is not as simple as you might think. Now, if you're always staying at a particular hotel or you're always flying with a certain airline, then of course, pursue elite status with that one program. Let's say that you live in Atlanta, which is a Delta hub, and you're always flying with Delta. Then it can certainly make sense to join Delta's program and do everything you can to earn the highest levels of elite status with Delta. Maybe you have something like Delta Diamond Medallion status, and that can get you big benefits. I'm talking things like free checked bags, free flight change fees, free upgrades when available, even complimentary Clear membership. Contrast that with the lowest levels of elite status, which in reality don't get you a whole lot. With hotels, I'm talking about benefits like a free water bottle. While a free water bottle is certainly better than a poke in the eye, well, you get my point. Let me tell you the benefits of joining multiple loyalty programs and the benefits of sticking to just one, because sometimes one scenario is better than the other. Here's how to find out which is best for you. Let's start by talking about the benefits of joining multiple loyalty programs. The first is simply that these loyalty programs are free to join. Now, I know what you're saying, nothing is truly free, and you're right. You're going to have to pass over payment in the form of giving them your name and your email address, which is something you might not want to do. After all, giving away your email means that now you're going to get tons of promotional emails. My personal tip is simply to create a separate email account that you can have all those promotional emails going to. But once you've given them your email, now you're eligible to start racking up points. Those are points that you can use for spending on free trips down the road. Now, even if you're only staying at a hotel brand, say once in your life, and you don't anticipate spending with them again, well, you might earn, say, 50 points for a hotel night stay, and 50 points is not really enough to book a hotel room in the future. But you can't predict the future, and you don't know if you'll find yourself at that hotel brand again. If you had given them your email and you had started earning those points, those are points that you could use down the road. Another reason to sign up for loyalty programs is often that you're eligible for reduced rates. Even if you don't have elite status, it's fairly common for hotels to offer discounted rates to people who are simply members. That means you've given over your email and you're not necessarily an elite status holder, but you're a member. You can often book hotel rooms at a lower rate than everybody else. You also want to consider flexibility, which is so powerful. If you are all in on elite status in one program, you might be tempted to only stay at that hotel or fly with that airline, even if it's not actually the best. That's exactly why hotels have these elite status programs, is to get you to stay with them. And that's why airlines offer these elite status programs, is to get you to fly with them. Even if the hotel that you have elite status in is at a farther away point of town or it's more expensive, you might still book that hotel simply to take advantage of your elite status when there's another hotel that's actually closer to where you need to go or cheaper. If you have low levels of elite status, then that decision is made for you. Similarly with airlines, you might have something like a Southwest Companion Pass, which is this amazing buy one get one free deal on airfare, aside from taxes and fees, of course. But if another airline is offering a flight at a better time of day or it's cheaper, you might be tempted to still go with that Southwest flight rather than booking the flight that's overall better for your schedule, just to save money from that Companion Pass that you worked so hard to earn. You also want to consider status matching. These are promotional offers where if you have status with one program, then hotels or airlines might be willing to match that status, and then you can use the status that you've matched to ride this Ferris wheel of earning elite status in multiple programs. Of course, status matching has its own terms and conditions. Typically, you need to fulfill some sort of requirement, like staying at this new hotel chain a certain amount of nights, but this can be a really great way to earn elite status across multiple programs. I also want you to consider the points earned through non-travel spending. Of course, flights earn tons of miles and hotel stays earn tons of hotel points, but that's not the only way to earn travel loyalty rewards. I'm talking about things like a promotion between Delta and Starbucks. With this promotion, once you link your Starbucks and your Delta SkyMiles accounts, you can actually earn Delta SkyMiles through your Starbucks spending. Even if you never fly with Delta, it can still make sense to sign up for these programs if you've got a coffee habit and you're paying for a latte every day. Those lattes will earn you Delta SkyMiles, and one day down the road, you might be able to use them for a flight. So I gave you the benefits of joining multiple programs, but here's the benefit of committing to just one or maybe a small amount, like 2 or 3 at the max. The first is simply tracking all of these programs. Every new loyalty program you sign up for is a new account to manage, a new password to remember. That's just a lot of work on your end, but also in the event of something like a data breach, that's your information out there in yet another program that could possibly be breached and a program that you might not really be even using anyway. Another thing to consider is simply that you need to have a meaningful amount of points and miles to actually redeem for anything. Having just a few miles in a certain program is kind of like having that annoying loose change in your couch. It's just irritating to use. But in fact, it's even worse. At least the local sandwich shop will accept your 1,000 pennies in exchange for $10. Now, don't actually do that to buy a $10 sandwich, but it's possible. It's often not possible with airlines. They won't let you just exchange, say, $10 worth of points towards a flight and pay the rest in cash. Sometimes there are programs that let you pay with a combination of cash and points, but even they make the rate so it's not really that good to exchange a few amount of points for such a small redemption like that. By and large, it's a much better decision to just go all in rather than spreading yourself thin across multiple programs. For example, by NerdWallet's estimates, United Premier Silver status, which is the lowest level of United Elite status, is worth about $1,200, but costs about $4,400 to earn. That gives it an elite earnings rate of 28%. Meanwhile, United Premier Platinum status is worth about $6,200, but costs about $12,700 to earn for an elite earning rate of 49%. And United's highest level of elite status, Premier 1K, costs about $19,000 to earn, but is worth an incredible $13,000 once you throw in the value of all the perks, like complimentary checked bags, pre-boarding, a free drink and snack in economy, and eligibility for Premier upgrades. That all amounts to an elite earnings rate of 69%. If you're going to spend $12,000 across flights of some sort in a year, then in that example, it might make more sense to just spend all $12,000 with United rather than spend $3,000 each across 4 different airlines and have low levels of elite status in all of them. In general, it's better to just commit to one airline, whichever one is most convenient to you, so maybe one that has a hub near your home airport. Same goes for hotels. Pick that hotel that's maybe near your office that you're going to stay at frequently anyway. By and large, it's better to commit and focus your energies on earning a high level of elite status in just one program. But then again, if you're fine giving away your email and your name and managing multiple accounts, it never hurts to sign up for all the programs and earn all the points however you can, because you never know when you'll use them. I'm Sally French, a travel writer at NerdWallet, and thanks for watching this Versus series. Shameless plug for one of my other Versus videos, one about travel insurance, whether you should have it through your credit card or buy it through the airline. If you like this video and other Versus videos like it, please make sure to like and subscribe.